Yeah, you know, I want you to know that this is what's happened to me here on the Bike Portland blog is a very good example of what happens to us. People that don't like you will use the TRIMET complaint system to try to do you harm. See, now you see what happened here? These people don't know anything about my bus driving. All they know is they don't like me as a blogger. Okay? And they do anything to shut me down, obviously, like make up libelous complaints and watch a stupid video of me talking to passengers and, you know, come up with anything they can. It was, and I'm sure the complaints went in because the way the system is set up is anybody can just make any kind of libel against you here. You know, it's and there's never been a complaint where at the very least it's not embellished. Okay, some of the complaints may be valid, but I'd say 75% of complaints aren't even valid. Maybe a quarter of all complaints have validity, and even the quarter complaints that do have validity are going to be wildly embellished. Look at what happened to me as an example. Those people had no right to be calling TRIMET on me or sending stuff to the newspaper. See, this is what they've created. They've created this. This is what the system has created here. You know, call TRIMET, call the newspaper, try to get it in. So that's a result of our reckless media feeding off of the bus drivers here for their profits and their attention. You know, making us into the evil public employees that are so bad. Look at these bus drivers. And TRIMET allowing this faulty complaint system to continue like this. They really need to get rid of that. And I'll say one thing, you know, about when Neil comes in here. Here's my message for you, Neil. You need to project an image of strength. You know, we're supposed to be one of the world's best transit systems, but we don't have a public reputation that shows that. We have a management that shows weakness. You know, every time there's something serious happened, Fred was nowhere to be found, and he would send out Mary. And I got nothing against Mary personally. I'm sure she's very nice, but she did not project anything close to being a strong advocate for TRIMET and TRIMET operators. She was weak and ineffectual. And Fred did not project an image of strength either. He basically projected an image of weakness. I don't. He might have been a smart man in many ways, but his image of him, his personal image, was not one of strength. Okay, it was more of a. I thought his image was very weak. Okay, his personal image. You know, I didn't like the way his projection of himself as TRIMET. I didn't think it was. I thought Steve Banta was an accurate representation of bus operators and rail operators. I thought Steve Banta did a very good job when he spoke publicly. That was a man that actually could represent bus drivers, bus mechanics. He's been down in those trenches, and I think that's an important thing. When Shelley speaks, listen to her, because I've seen her in various capacities as security person, etc., at the various board meetings. When she speaks, she projects a powerful image in many ways. I think that she projects powerful ideas, very secure with her ideas, very articulate, and that's what we need from Neil right now. We need Neil to project. This is one of the world's best transit systems, and the reason for that is the frontline workers, and we have to stop being the brunt of the media's attention, and we have to stop these bogus complaints, like mine, for example. This has to stop, and they need to make it clear to the public. If you don't have something serious to report, don't report anything. We don't want to hear this anymore. Nobody forces you to use the damn transit system. If you don't like it, then don't use it. Okay? It's the cheapest way you're ever going to find to get around. And the only concern you should have with your transit system is it gets you there safely. That's it. We don't owe you, the public, anything else than that. We owe you safety. and some degree of courtesy. I mean, I don't agree that bus operators or rail operators have the right to be rude. But we don't owe you anything other than that. And you owe us the courtesy of being at stops and being prepared to board. And you owe us the same respect that you expect from us. The public has no right to disrespect us like they do, and then expect us to respect them. It's been a one-way street far too long in this company. Public can do anything it wants, gets all the consideration, and the operators get zero. And it's just gone on too long. This has got to stop. And if this has got something to do with the contract, I don't understand of what possible benefit does it have for the company to allow the abuse of your employees during these contract negotiations. I don't see it. What possible benefit is that to you? To make us look bad in the public, because when we look bad, you look bad, because we're an extension of you, and we're the front line here.